What up, Nigerians? What up, Africans? Welcome to another Wutu session where we celebrate the great things that Nigeria is doing to favor Africa. You see, all this our Wutu session is very, very important because it gives us joy to see that finally Nigeria is giving back to America, giving back to UK, giving back to China and any other country that has dominated Africa. We are happy to see that Nigeria is actually responding to them and proving to these people that we have Nigerian businesses, we have Nigerian companies, we have Nigerians and Africans that can rise and stand the gap, because according to Europe and America and all this Western world, Africa cannot survive without them. So tell me why Wutu no go sweet you. Tell me why you no go like to come and see more Wutu from our platform. Tell me why. Wutu updates. This time around, this Wutu of today is all about Nigerian oil companies kicking American oil companies out of the market. Nigeria oil companies are kicking Western companies out of business. Nigeria Fuel and Oil Company, they are making life hard for all these American companies that were investing billions into oil, that were collecting all our oil in Africa and developing their countries. Finally, for a long time, we Africans have been complaining. We are a continent with resources. We have a lot of oil. We have a lot of this. We have a lot of this. Yet we don't see the result. We don't see what our country is doing with all those oil and all those gas and all those resources. Guess what? Now, it's time to start celebrating, because Nigeria oil companies are rising to the standards. You understand? See, Africa has a lot of oil. Even though I used to tell Nigerians, you Nigerians, all of us Africans, let's agree with one thing. Nigeria is not the only country in Africa that has oil. You get it? Other countries have oil, like maybe Congo, like Angola. We have like Libya. We have so many countries in Africa where get oil. But I know Nigerians are not satisfied with the level of, what they get from all the oil they have in their country. But then, as a Nigerian, as an African, let me ask you one simple question. Which African country with oil has the kind of local companies and local individuals that are transforming the oil, using the oil and benefiting from the oil like Nigeria? Let's take Congo, for example. You know what is happening with Congo now with their oil and their gold and all the mining? You know what is happening in Congo? You know? Now, which local Congo company, which local Congo businessman is processing and managing Congo oil and resources? None. Angola probably has more oil than Nigeria. There's a time Angola used to produce more oil than Nigeria. Yes, there was a time. It was just the president of Angola. That's why the president's daughter, Abina, the wife, became the richest woman in Africa because of oil. It was literally the president's family. Until today, I'm sure it's still the president's family. So, which African country, in Nigeria alone, can you count the number of Nigerians, individuals like Aliko Dangote, that are processing the oil, that are using the oil to develop Nigeria? How many countries in Africa can be proud of that? Before I start going to white people to talk about how Nigeria companies are giving them wutu. How many? No, let's be sincere. How many African countries can be proud of that? My own country, Cameroon, we have oil. None of us know where the oil is. Plus the one where they carry from Bakassi give us joy. None of us know how the thing they waka. Our guy is in France. Now then they run everything. We just they look. We don't even know anything. But Nigeria has gotten to the point where not one individual, not two individuals. We are not even counting the refineries owned by the Nigerian government. No, we are still on individuals. So this is what looking into. This is what celebrating. See, Nigeria is the only country that is proving to these people that finally Africa can manage Africa's crude oil. Nigeria is the only country that is making white people, Americans, Europeans, UK, all of them. Nigeria has made it clear to UK and Europe and the rest of the world that Africa can manage Africa's oil. And it's not just oil. Africans can manage Africa's resources. The message is loud and clear to these American companies. It's loud and clear to these European companies. The message is straightforward and powerful. There are Nigerians that have even been handed contracts in other African countries like Sierra Leone to manage their oil, to manage their resources. There's a Nigerian that Sierra Leone literally gave the contract to manage the crude oil and the resources in Sierra Leone, some major resources. There is a Nigerian doing that. You can go and check it up. You can go and find out if you think Ajim is joking. That is the level Nigeria has gotten to. That is what we should be celebrating. And of course, Wutu no go lack, because it must be part of this mission to show these Americans, Europeans, giving them Wutu, telling them that we Africans, Nigerians, are capable of managing Nigeria's resources and Africa's resources. Now, for those of you who haven't noticed yet, the interesting fact is that in Nigeria and Africa right now, and even beyond Africa, Americans are losing contracts to Nigerians. I saw an article where it's back then in 2021 or 2022, where I think it's in Venezuela. A Nigerian man won a contract in Venezuela to kick out an American-based oil company. As in, America bring proposal, Nigeria bring proposal on the contract. Venezuela kicked the America out and awarded the contract to a Nigerian. I saw it. And I'm going to look for that article again and share it with you so that you people will know that this thing we are talking here, we are not joking, we mean business. Many countries today prefer to deal with Nigerians directly. Many countries prefer to buy their crude or their fuel or their airplane fuel or their kerosene or their petroleum products. Many countries around the globe today, they kick America one side. They tell America and Europe, say, now Nigeria we go deal with, now Nigerians we go work with. That's why today, countries like Brazil, they depend on dangote for fuel and many others. Mexico, that is just close to America, is in America's nose, is preferring to buy aviation fuel and many others from Nigeria. Many Asian countries, now Nigeria, India. The other time I did a video where I mentioned how much countries are spending to buy crude oil and fuel from Nigeria. People were looking at me and say, Ajim, where you come out with these figures? You can go and check my previous videos. You will see. France is currently the biggest buyer from Nigeria. France spent billions of naira to buy crude oil. Germany, the Netherlands, the European countries are in line that are buying back to back. We are not even talking of the countries that buy direct refined product already from Nigeria. You heard what happened? That Russia pipe where they give gas, give Europe, where they pass through Ukraine. Recently, they don't finish and pata. Nothing they there. See, the gas where they Nigeria, they waste. Nigeria doesn't even know what to do with the gas. The gas in Nigeria is wasting. Go and do your research, you'll find out. So that's another money that is about to bust out. So who go supply give Europe? The person where don't they supply now go supply give Europe. That is the fact and that is the reality. Guys, I want to speak with some audacity and some evidence with more facts, so that you people will know that Ajim doesn't just come and sit here to blab and joke. Let me go through some top companies in Nigeria that are not owned by the Nigerian government, that are dominating the market, even locally. No American company, no British company, no European company right now has a stand in Nigeria in terms of fuel anymore. None. This is a time to celebrate. Even though you are not satisfied that many things are not the way you want in Nigeria, this one is worth celebrating. I'm telling you that right now as we speak, no single American company, no single European company is dominating the fuel market in Nigeria as I'm talking to you. See, in countries like Cameroon and Cote d'Ivoire, all these French countries, Total Energies owned by France, to the point where this Total Energies is the one sponsoring the African Nations Cup. Now then they dominate the entire market for fuel for Africa, for most French-speaking African countries. You all know what is Total. Those of you who buy fuel, you know Total Energies. You know there are some of them. I saw that there are petrol stations in Nigeria dilapidating because everybody does it. The dominance from dangote and other petrol dealers and other fuel companies is visibly clear. Total no day anywhere for Nigeria, but Total is dominating everywhere. So as a Nigerian, it's time to celebrate. You understand? So that is the reality. We have companies like Seplat in Nigeria. Seplat, you people know it. You have companies like Oando in Nigeria. You have companies like Arteo in Nigeria. You have companies like UTM Offshore. You have Rainbow. You have Nipco. You have Azikel. You have Bui. You have Aradel. You have Green Energy. And many more. Nigerian-owned brands. Nigerian-owned companies that have stepped up to say, this time around, America and Europe, we will show you that we are Nigerians. We will show you that we own this country. We will show you that this country belongs to us, and extensively, the continent of Africa belongs to us. Now, this is what we need to happen now. And I'm praying that it should happen as soon as possible. We need to start seeing Dangote's petrol stations in Cameroon. We need to start seeing Dangote petrol station in Ghana. Dangote filling station across African countries. We need to start seeing all these Nigerian filling stations going out of Nigeria to start dominating the African market. We need to start seeing that everywhere you go in Africa, you see filling stations that are owned by Africans. It must not be Nigerians. Ghanaians should have filling stations that are dominating in Ghana. Cameroonians should have filling stations that are dominating in Cameroon. Every African country should have their own filling station. Africans should manage their resources the way Nigerians are stepping up to manage theirs. If we can successfully do this, these people will know that Africa means business. They will stop looking down on us. They will start taking us seriously. And they will know that we know what we are doing. You get it? So this is not the better Wutu update I told myself. I cannot keep it. When I did this research, I discovered that in Nigeria right now, and in some other African countries, and even beyond Africa, Nigerian oil companies are kicking Americans out, are kicking Europeans out, kicking the West out of business. I was very, very proud. I was very, very happy. A lot of them who are based in Nigeria, like Shell and others, they have been selling out. They have been from one court case to another. They have been struggling to survive and find their way and run, because there's no space for them anymore. And that's why we continue saying, when Nigeria rise, Africa will rise. When Nigeria is successful in one thing, the entire continent will follow. We have seen it in the music industry, we have seen it in the movie industry, and now we are seeing the dominance in the business industry. As a Nigerian, as an African, this is a moment to be proud of. We will bring you more Wutu updates, more good news, more things like this that will continue giving us joy that Africa is finally rising and we are finally making progress. It is what it is. Your boy Ajim Manzi on this one again. Smash the like button, smash notification bell, and come back anytime you're free, guys. God bless you all. Cheers.